All right, Miss Brink's class, this is your last lesson on the quantum mechanical model. This lesson is going to quantify the orbital diagrams that you guys have been drawing. We call this assigning quantum numbers. I'm here with
Blake.
Blake is going to be asking questions, and I will be answering them as we go through this lesson. So, these four quantum numbers represent stuff that you guys already understand and know. We are literally just applying numbers to everything that you guys have done. So, first off, energy level. You know you have 7 energy levels that represent the 7, what? Blake?
It said 7 energy levels, but that's the
On the periodic table, what do they represent?
The periods. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
so each row represents energy level. We have 7 different energy levels. We have 7 rows on the periodic table. This is also called the principal quantum number, also seen as N. So, the next one is the orbital quantum number. These are your sublevels. How many sublevels do you have, Blake?
Sublevels, as in like ion or
Nope.
What do you mean?
S sublevel.
We
We have a P sublevel. We have a D sublevel, and we have an F
yeah,
sublevel.
it's 4, but do you mean like how many orbitals can be in an
Nope.
SPD or F?
Nope. The orbital quantum number is literally just your sublevel.
Okay.
S, P, D, or F. That's it. Okay? It is the magnetic quantum number where we talk about the specific orbitals in each of the sublevels. So S can have how many different orbitals?
2.
Nope.
Wait.
S only has 1 orbital.
Oh, but I mean like the 2.
It has,
What are they called? Spindles?
so you fit 2 electrons in the orbital.
Electrons.
But here, the magnetic quantum number is how many orbitals, what orbital is in your S sublevel. How many orbitals do we have in the P sublevel?
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. How many orbitals do we have in the D sublevel?
5.
5.
And for F it'd be
1,
7.
2, 3, 4, 5. And, like you said, F would be 7.
You have a key that'll open Jenkins' room.
Somewhere. Sorry about that.
Do you know which one?
CD.
Okay.
All right. So, the last quantum number is your spin quantum number. That's notated S. So, your spin quantum number literally states whether you have a spin up or spin down electron. Okay? Next thing we're going to cover is how we're going to quantify each of these quantum numbers. So, again, principal quantum number is your energy level. How do we quantify it, Blake? Numbers what?
As the energy level or the period.
Yeah, but what are the numbers?
1 through 7.
1 through 7. For the sublevel, S, P, D, and F, S is equal to
0.
P is equal to
1.
D is equal to
2. And then 3 is F.
and F is equal to 3.
But why does it start at 0 instead of 1?
That's a good question. I don't know. All right, moving on. So, the magnetic quantum number, by the way, the orbital quantum number of the sublevel is notated italicized L, and your magnetic quantum number is M sub L. So, the orbitals within the S, P, D, and F are a little tricky, but you just have to know you always start with 0, and you always start in the middle. So, what do I mean by that? Take a look at the 1s. This orbital for the 1s
Will always be 0.
will always be 0. When I get to the P, I start in the middle. That will be
0. And then you can only have 1 or negative 1.
So if I go to the right, it's like a number line. Positive 1, negative 1. All right. Then you got D, start in the middle.
0.
Go to the right,
1.
positive 1,
Positive 2.
positive 2. Go to the left,
-1.
negative 1,
And -2.
negative 2. F, start in the middle.
0, positive 1, positive 2, positive 3.
Go to the left.
1,
Negative 1.
2, negative 3.
Negative 2, negative 3. The last thing is your spin up or spin down. So, spin up, if you have a spin up electron, it's positive 1/2. If you have a spin down electron, what is it, Blake?
Negative 1/2.
Negative 1/2.
So they kind of equal out if there's 2 electrons in.
Correct.
Okay.
So, let's go over some examples. So, you just need to know where the last electron lands. So, for instance, lithium ends on what?
What do you mean ends on what?
So, for you guys, electron battleship, lithium ends on what? When you use the periodic table.
Lithium is Li, right?
Yep. Lithium is Li. Li ends on
I'm trying to find it.
group 1.
Oh, it ends on that. So H is S1. He is S2, and then goes.
It ends on 2s1.
Yeah, 2S1.
2s1. So, when I fill in up to 2s1, I know my last electron is spin up in 2s. So, if it's spin up in 2s, what's my energy level?
2S1, so it'd be plus half, you mean? Or no?
My energy level is
No, the energy level is 2.
2. What is my sublevel?
S.
S. So I go back up here.
Would be 0.
I look at S. S is equal to 0. So 2, 0. What orbital am I in?
That's also 0. because
0.
it's
And do I have a spin up or spin down electron?
spin up, so that'd be a half.
Plus 1/2.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 quantum numbers for lithium. Let's do another example. Sulfur. What does sulfur end on?
Be 3. That's
The P section.
no.
3p.
4.
Count over 4. So sulfur ends on 3p. 1, 2, 3 orbitals. 3p4. So spin up, spin up, spin up, spin down. Your last electron filled in is this one. So what energy level do we have?
3.
3. What sublevel do we have?
For P, that'd be 1.
So go back up here, reference P. P is 1. So 1. What orbital? 0. Negative 1.
And then 1.
And what's the spin? Spin down, so
So negative 1/2.
negative
But
1/2.
there's more spinning up. So why is that?
We're filling in the last electron. So the last electron is what we are writing the orbital numbers for.
Okay.
So, the quantum numbers. So the quantum numbers for sulfur are 3, 1, negative 1, negative 1/2.
Right.
All right, last one. Molybdenum. MO. So MO ends on what? It's in the D section. So,
5D4.
nope.
Wait, no.
Row number -1, so 4D4.
Oh, that's right.
4D4. So, do you remember anything else about molybdenum? Molybdenum is an exception,
Oh.
right? So, if we write it out, we would write it out as 5s2, 4D, 4D4, but we know that because it's an exception, we borrow 1 from the S to have a halfway filled D. So technically, you have 5s1, 4d5. So when we write this out, 4d5, 4d, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orbitals. You have 5 electrons, so spin up, spin up, spin up, spin up, spin up. the last one filled in that we're going to write the quantum numbers for is that last electron filled in.
So is that fourth quantum number going to be positive half?
Correct. So, what's your energy level?
4.
Energy level is 4. What is
D is
your D? D, go back up and reference it if you don't know it. D equals 2. So, D equals 2. What orbital do we have? 0, positive 1,
Positive 2.
positive 2. And your spin is
Like I said, a positive half.
spin up. So positive 1/2. All right. I believe you guys have practice problems that you can access through Miss Brink's OneNote. So get started on those.